Hey Year 4s, welcome back to Maths Groups for Monday. So we're going to have a look at our I can statement and have a talk about the few strategies that we've done so far in order to complete our I can statement. So our I can statement is, I can use a variety of strategies to know my multiplication and division facts to 10 times 10. So we've worked out that we're very proficient at knowing our 2 times tables, our 5 times tables, our 10 times tables, and also our threes, which is something that we're still working on. It's something that we are still working on as a group. So what else we've been doing is looking at our 4 times tables and our 6 times tables, because we worked out if we know our 2 times tables, we also know our 4 times tables. And if we know our 3 times tables, we also know our 6 times tables, because with our 2 times tables, we double a number. And with our 4 times tables, we double the number and then double it again. So it becomes the rule double, double. For our 3 times tables, we can use our 2 times tables and then add another set. And then for our 6 times tables, what we need to do is then double our 3 times tables. So we've worked out lots of different ways to do it. And all the different strategies that we have used, so our strategies up here, we have used doubling. At times I've seen you guys use a lot of halving. So our doubling is usually used when we're multiplying. Our halving is usually used when we're dividing, and usually when it's multiplying by 2 and dividing by 2. We've also used something called a skip counting, using our hundreds chart. And also with our skip counting, we've also been able to do a bit of repeated addition. So we're going to keep working on these skills of doubling, halving, skip counting and repeated addition. And we're going to actually add on and practice these skills. So today we're actually going to be looking at something called, and I wonder if you've seen it before, an array. Okay? And we're going to use arrays to work out and be more proficient at our 4 and our 6 times tables. So here I've got a poster and it says multiplying by 4, the double of the double. So we know that multiplying something by 4 means we need to multiply it by 2 and then double it again. So here it has an example, 4 times 5 equals 20. So double the 5 to make 10 and then double the 10 to make 20. And here it's got lots of examples of our 4 times tables as we go. Now I want to have a look at these times tables down here, and I want us to have a look at the arrays and how we can create arrays using these multiplication problems. So I'm actually going to take this multiplication problem here, and this multiplication problem is 4 times 7 equals 28. And I want to prove that this is correct. So this is a way that I can use a strategy to prove that I'm correct. So the idea of an array is that it needs to have rows and columns. And the rows and columns represent the 2 numbers that you're using in the multiplication problem. So I'm going to choose today, I'm going to have 4 rows and 7 columns. Okay, so then I might go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's my first, they're my rows. That's my first column. So I now need 6 more of these. Notice how I'm trying to keep them as in line as possible because we want it to be like a little grid. Because this might help us later on when we do some more area problems. So here I've got my 4 rows and my 7 columns. So here I've got 4 times 7. Now what I need to do to work out whether this is true is to find out, are there 28 in my array? So I'm going to grab another colour and we're going to count as we go. I think I might count by 2s because it's a lot quicker to do so. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, if I know that's 8, I know 8 plus 8 is 16. Plus 8 more is 24. And then I've got one set left. So 24 plus 4 is 28. So I've worked out using an array that this is 28. Now I'm going to show you how an array can help us with division. So in division, it means that we want to be able to share a number and break a number apart to see how many groups we can have. So I'm going to choose a different multiplication problem this time to show you how it can be related to a division problem. Because remember, they're inverse operations. So I'm actually going to use this one here, 3 times 12 today. So I know that I want to use an array to prove that this is 4 times 3 is 12, but I also want to work out what is 12 divided by 3, and is it 4? Okay, because we've got our inverse operation. So I'm going to start by creating my array. I'm going to choose to have 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay. If you're a visual person and you like to draw things and show things with your working out using drawing, this might be a good idea for you. So I'm going to do 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, and because that's my first column, I need 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've worked out, and I know that this is 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 make 12. And I want to check whether this, which is 12 in my array, if I put them in 3 groups, will each group have 4? So I'm having a look, and I know that there's 3 columns. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so have I got 3 groups? Yes. And how many's in each group? If you said 4, well done. Good job. So we know that this is correct. Let's try one and see if we can work out whether the number sentence is correct with the array. Here I have my number sentence, and it's 15 divided by 5, and I want to work out, is this number sentence true or is this number sentence false? At the bottom, I have my array to help me. And I'm going to use a little bit of skip counting and repeated addition to work this out as well. So I'm actually using 3 strategies: arrays, repeated addition, and skip counting. So my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look and I'm going to say, okay, if there's 15 here, I need to put them in groups of 5. So I'm looking and I'm going 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't put them in rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I might circle the columns. So I've got 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. Ooh, this is 3, which means, is this number sentence correct or is it false? If you said false, well done. What do you think the number sentence should be? Remember to look at the array if you need some help to have a little think. If you said 15 divided by 5 equals 3, you are correct, because here I have 3 groups of 5, which means this array can also tell me that I have 5 times 3, which equals 15, and I also have 3 times 5, which also equals 15. So now we have all our fact families. So what you're going to do today is you're going to go on Seesaw and you are going to have a look at the arrays that Miss B puts up and the multiplication and division sentences, and you're going to tell me, is this multiplication sentence true or is it false? And you have to tell me why. If you don't tell me why, I will be sending it back and making sure that you are telling me why, because part of maths is talking about how you're doing something. So make sure you use that microphone button on Seesaw, and I'll see you then.